So now we're outside, and not exactly outside, but we're outside of the apartment, and I am going to make sure she still listens and stays engaged. So right here, I put her on a sit, drop the leash, put the tripod down, and she stayed seated. Most of the commands that you have done inside are just going to be reinforced outside. And at first, you're going to notice she's going to try to go somewhere else because her routine is we go, go, go. But now you're going to kind of slow her down and say, no, we're just going to go wherever I want to go. And I recommend taking a couple steps, like 5 steps. Then you put her on a sit or a down, and then you can kind of proof it. You can move her around. You can move around and keep her there. But it's a lot of do what I am doing, follow my lead, listen to me, and obviously apply the pressure. So here, I want her to look up at me a little bit more while we're walking. I didn't want that sit, so I just kept walking and then rewarded her when she looked up. I make sure I mark with a good to continue the behavior, and then a yes when I think she has done enough and she should understand that she can come to my hand for a reward. The next thing is putting her on a down while she's outside. You see how she breaks it, so I correct her. Then I put her back down and I say, let's go from right there. So she's very sensitive outside, not because she is skittish, but more of like she's so excited to do something that she wants to just jump the gun and do it. And I want her to be more patient about everything. So you can see that I did a down to a let's go, and then we're walking here now. She's gonna do really good. It's just a matter of timing and not letting her get away with these things. So I move everything to the stairs. I walk her same way that you saw earlier, same way all the way to the stairs, and then I practice the same thing here, taking it step by step. So every step she takes, I let go of a little kibble. Another step, I let go of a little kibble. And if she speeds up, then I'm just gonna correct her and back her up. She usually does it at the end, which is at the top or at the bottom of the stairs. So you just want to be ready to reset her or correct her whenever necessary. So here, I don't really care that we're on the stairs. I'm telling her, no, you still got to be behind me. And she's going to understand, oh, okay, so I just need to be behind you all the time. And that's it. And every time she passes you, you need to be ready to verbally correct her and then add some leash pressure so that she understands that you're always watching her and she can't get away with these things. The more you can prevent her from getting away with these things, the quicker she's going to understand that you are actually the leader and are always watching her. So once you get to the top or the bottom, make sure that you have a party and you just let loose, you have fun, don't let her jump on you. After a couple seconds of partying, then boom, back to work. And that's how quickly it needs to be. And then slowly her natural reaction is going to be, oh, all this excitement means that I should still stay on the ground and sit. In this one, I turn midway because sometimes we're like, oh, we're going up. Actually, we're supposed to go down. Real life scenarios where you might just switch midway and she needs to understand that those things happen. So we should practice those things with her. Just because there's a staircase doesn't mean we're going to go straight up. Sometimes we're going to go halfway and then do a halfway turn and then do another half turn. Notice how I'm turning both when we're going up and then when we're going down. I'm working her muscles in ways that haven't been worked because she needs to get used to those motor skills. And then slowly she will do it naturally without food, but she needs to be doing it with food so that she can control her excitement to just pass us. And so here I did a wait, and then I said let's go again, and then party right there. Nice. Don't forget about your spin, don't forget about your catch. Do all these fun ones so that she can still be engaged with you. I want people to just pass by. Let's say they take the stairs and they pass by. Because you have this level of engagement, she's gonna say, okay, cool, there's people, but you're here, so let's do something. What are we doing? You're more fun than them. And that's where the recommendation of not letting her get petted or interact with other dogs outside right now
She's
is
already tired.
my top priority. Like I highly recommend it, because then you might lose that engagement, and then now she thinks they're more fun than you are. And I think you guys know the answer that we want for her. But she got tired. I'm gonna practice going down here, and then we're gonna take it a little bit outside. So same thing applies here. Go slow, correct her when she passes you. I am very firm with my correction, verbally and physically, just so that she can understand, okay, Daniel doesn't play. I guess I should just listen. And so this is where being firm with your verbal correction, being firm with your physical correction is important, so that when you just do your verbal correction, she understands, she associates it with the physical one, and she's like, ah, I got the point. I should just stay here. So we're going to see right here. Notice how I didn't use any food on the way down that time. I was just ready to use a little bit of my verbal and physical. I barely even used my physical. And then after we got to the bottom, mark, party, little engagement, and then back upstairs again. So try to practice with the food a couple times. Then you can practice without. If she starts passing you, then it means that you're going a little too fast and you should slow it down. But I don't want her to pull anymore, because she's strong. Yeah, she's awesome though. Definitely a handful. And now we make it to the first floor. We want to still keep the engagement and practice the same thing.
Good girl. Yes.
The only thing is, sometimes I drop food, and sometimes you will probably drop food. So don't let her get the food that you drop. Just say, let's go, continue walking, letting her know I have more food, I am more engaging than the food that fell, and I will give you an opportunity to grab that food, but when you decide to do it is not the right time. And so the moment that she went for it, you saw that leash pressure, and then I gave her a reward for choosing me. And then when you do want to give her that food,
And the one that I'm gonna
you can
use,
put her on a sit, you can get that focus, and I say tick, which means get food on the ground. And then afterward, I call her back to me, and I say, let's go,
back into a position.
back into position. So it's like a little get it, but instead of you throwing it when you say get it, it's already there, so she just needs to know to go get it.
Guide her
I
back.
don't know if I need to
because
explain
she
that a little
crossed the
bit better,
boundary.
but
We know the
it's more
boundaries of body. Let's go.
of get the food that's there instead of the food that I'm
So
throwing.
here,
Let me know if
I'm
that
saying,
makes
let's
sense.
go.
I can always clarify later on.
notice how she got
But
distracted. She
here
can smell
you can
all of that.
see that she gets
I'm saying,
distracted
no,
by the
you gotta come
smell
with me.
through that
Hey,
drain. And
no.
so what I'm doing is I'm correcting her
Good.
from looking at it or even pulling
use
it.
some pressure
Then I reward
sometimes.
her when she
So-
comes back to me. And then
The moment
after
that she's
this
thinking
correction,
of
I
it,
only
I'm
do a
gonna
verbal
correct
correction to see if she got the
I'm
hint. So
telling
you're
her,
gonna see right here.
I'm better than that. So why are you even looking at that? Good. Now just verbal. Yes. Perfect. So this is where I was telling you we're conditioning her.
So she's smart enough to get it.
verbally-
It's just a matter of us being
to
consistent
understand
with
the verbal
it and actually
communication,
setting
yes.
her up for success.
But you
Notice how I
need
didn't
leash
try the
pressure
verbal
to
marker
reinforce it at first.
on the
Nice,
second one
there
after
it
I
is.
corrected her. I made sure I corrected
Sadie,
her
sit.
like 3 to 4 times so she understood.
Yes.
And now she didn't even look at it. She looked, glanced, and was like, nope, that's not even that important. I'm gonna look up at Daniel.
I'm trying to do
You have the
this
food,
all
you have the engagement. I'll give it to you.
Good.
And
Recording.
that's how we should do it with
But I think it's
almost
important to
every
understand.
distraction out
Good
there,
job, Sadie.
unless it's
Listen.
one that she's skittish
Sadie,
from.
sit.
So we'll work on that one differently. But for the
Good
most part,
girl.
she's not that skittish. She's very
So
curious,
I do
very
have her
aloof to
on.
things, and is like, what's going on here?
And
So then I give her a free.
I'm
She's able to be a
having her
dog,
just
sniff
right?
around. If
She
she
can
wants to
either be
pee,
with
she
the
can pee.
environment
I
or
don't
sniff
mind.
around.
But I want her to
Having her
understand
stand
that
here
once I
for a
call
second.
her, she's going to feel leash
Let's see.
pressure, and she should
Sadie,
come to
come.
me. So there it is.
all the way into a recall.
All
Sit.
the way into a sit. Notice how she doesn't sit, so I make sure that she sits.
Good job.
And then I reward her right there.
Short and sweet, right? Good. Yes. Good girl. Spin. Oh, careful. Spin. Spin. Yes. Nice. You're smart. Good girl. Sadie, down. Good girl. So now we take it outside. Everything that we've been doing inside, we're gonna take it outside. And we're gonna end there. So I'm gonna finish here.
The last bit here is just some obedience work that I wanted to do with her while we were outside, while I had her engaged. I suggest if you feel ready, if you can manage her, then start taking her out like this. We're going to go over it in a private session, but start taking her out like this. Practice everything that we've been doing. The only thing I don't trust her with yet is the impulse control and her staying in one spot when you're too far away. But we can build on it. Everything else, sit down, recall, all of that you can do with the leash still in your hand. So I'm practicing the proofing with the down right here, as you can see. I know she knows it. It's just a matter of reinforcing. I think you should trust that she knows it so that you can reinforce it as well. Like I said, we'll go over it with the private session, but she's doing really good, staying engaged here, not pulling, not trying to go somewhere. And I'm going to make sure that both owners know how to manage her. Because at the end of the day, when I'm not there, she needs to know that you know. And then we're going to build on the tools after. We're going to do a couple more exercises to build confidence. And then after building confidence, I do believe that the impulse control will get on check a little bit more because she just wants to be with us, which I don't blame her. Dogs are not used to being in one spot or being left alone. They want to be with their pack, with their family. And so being away from the fam is abnormal to them. So what we're going to teach them is that no, it's okay. Just know that I will come back. I'm not abandoning you. And we need to just practice it slowly. But enjoy the rest of the show. And then on our way back, same thing. I saved enough. Let's go. Hey. Good. Good. I saved enough food to come back from downstairs. Good job. Yes. Good. Yes. Yes. Notice how I marked and she didn't pay attention, so I made sure she paid attention. Good girl. Let's say I don't want to go there. Good. I'm like, what if we go up here? But she gets ahead of me, and I'm like, no, you can't do that. Good. Good girl. There it is. Good job. Good. Yeah. Good job, sweetie. Yes. Nice. Then we can come back down. Good. I think this is the next exercise I want to do. Yes. Just going up and down the stairs. So now that she's good job, she's getting used to these things. Notice how I'm ready with the leash pressure. Good. Yes. She's funny. She's like, I'll just go fast after you, but go past me. Sit. So we'll work on it. Good girl. Good sit. Okay. Yes. You are so smart. Let's go. Good. And so same thing. Yes. On the way back, I definitely don't want you guys to lose that engagement. So it's a matter of good. Yes. Continuing this.
Good job. Good girl. Yeah, good job. And then we make it inside. And even here, get some eye contact. Okay, and then come inside. All done.